Hi, I'm Swarka Said, course instructor for fluid mechanics. In this presentation, we will find out how to get the value of total pressure and center of pressure for plane vertical immersed surface. We will derive the expression for both the terms. This is what is the vertical surface which is immersed in static water. In this vertical surface, we will consider a small strip of width B and thickness dH. The total pressure F will be equal to pressure into area. We know that pressure is equal to W into H and area of this strip element is B into dH. So now this we have written for the small strip. Now if we want to know the total pressure for whole area, then we write F is equal to W, which is the common term because specific weight of water is not changing throughout. So W we will take out, W into integration of B into dH into H. H is the location of the strip from the free surface. But integration of B into dH into H is equal to movement of the surface area about the liquid level, which is equal to area of this vertical surface A into H bar. H bar is distance of CG from the surface of water. So we get expression for F as WA H bar. Here integration of B into dH into H is replaced by A H bar. The total pressure F acts at point P, which is at distance HC from the free surface of liquid. So HC is nothing but the center of pressure, that is the point at which the total force of liquid would act, and we need to find out the expression for HC. Movement of F about free surface of liquid will be F into HC, that is force into perpendicular distance. F is acting at P, so it is F into perpendicular distance, which is HC. But movement of dF acting on this strip about free surface will be dF, that is force acting on the strip, into H. But dF is pressure into area. So P into A into H. P is specific weight into H. So P is equal to W into H, and area of this strip element is B into dH and H is written as it is. Specific weight W is rho into G, so it is rho GH into B into dH into H. So we get final expression for movement of dF acting on strip about free surface as rho GBH square into dH. Now if we want to find sum of moments of all the forces about free surface of liquid, then we need to integrate the previous equation. So we write the same equation as rho G integration of BH square dH, which can again be written as rho G integration of H square into dA. dA is B into dH, that is area of small strip, and we will name this as equation number 1. Here integration of H square into dA is written as moment of inertia of surface about free surface of liquid, which is nothing but equal to I naught. So sum of moments of all the forces about free surface of liquid will be rho G I naught. Here integration of H square dA is replaced by I naught. So we will name this as equation 2. So this expression gives us sum of moments of all the forces about free surface of liquid. Now we need to find what is the movement due to this force, and we will equate to sum of moments of all the forces. From principle of moments, we know that moment of resultant force about an axis is equal to sum of moments of components about the same axis. So we have got the expression for this. Sum of moments of components about the axis as rho g I naught. And moment of resultant force about an axis can be written as F into hc. F is the resultant force and hc is the distance at which it acts from the free surface. And we will equate both the equations, that is equation 2 and 3. We get F into hc equal to rho g I naught. But we have got expression for F as W A h bar. We will substitute here the value of F, and W we will write as rho into g. So we get rho g A h bar into hc equal to rho g I naught. So hc can be written as I naught divided by A h bar. We know that the theorem of parallel axis states that the moment of area of an object about any axis parallel to the centroidal axis, that is I naught, will be equal to sum of moment of inertia about its centroidal axis, that is Ig, and the product of area, that is A, and square of distance from the reference axis, that is h bar square. So we will write I naught as Ig plus A h bar square, with which we will get final expression for Hc as Ig plus A h bar square divided by A h bar. So with this we will be able to find the point at which the resultant force F would act. Thank you.